The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. We got the man Omac
Yo,
in the
what's
building,
good?
all the way from Perth.
Bloody oath,
How are you, bro?
TPW. Good, man, good. Yeah, just doing this Death Rattle tour with Complete and, yeah, getting pumped for tomorrow's show. It looks like it's going to be the biggest one that we've done so far, yeah.
Yep, happy to hear that, man.
Yeah.
ADL coming out to
Shout
support
out
you
to Adelaide,
guys.
always showing Psych Ward love.
And now, last time you guys were here, I think that would have been like a year and a half ago.
We came here on the Mercury's tour in September.
Ah, that's right. But before that, as a headline,
Yeah.
I think that was...
It was the epic show.
Yeah, there was a
the
South
hood.
Side one at the Emu.
Shout outs to... Oh, what was the area called? It was something...
Morphervale.
Yeah.
516 Deuce.
Yeah, there was 20 cops there before sound check, you know. Shout outs to alerts. He was like, shut the fuck up. Man. But yeah, that was crazy night.
Yeah, nah, man. So it's good to have you guys back here. And this is your first time, in the studio doing one of these.
Yeah, no,
interviews.
cheers for having me.
Anytime, bro. We actually wanted to get you in last time, but obviously with the flights and the travel and shit, you just can't.
Yeah, some of the
squeeze everything in.
schedules, you don't have time to
But
scratch
we
your
made it
ass.
happen now. So you're obviously on the tour, and you're doing like 2 sets, or you're doing 1 set, but then you're hype manning for Complete.
Yeah. Earning my money. But yeah, it's cool to be able to obviously support the bro Complete, but then him letting us do our own shit and do stuff off at Misk and My new album as well is killer, because yeah, it's just like TPW rapping around the country. Complete's a
man.
G like that. He basically offered the whole crew whatever shows you want to do. These are the dates. So it's good to have that respect in our circle. And, obviously with how big he is, he doesn't have to put us on. He can just have me hyping him, but that's just how he works. He's a loyal motherfucker.
Yeah,
Shout outs to Complete.
Now, I guess, and you got the new record out, so we'll talk about that as well. But being your first time here, I want to go back to the very start. So, you've been from Perth.
Yeah.
Historically, SBX crew is kind of like the
Kings,
the
the big
staple
bros.
over in the West Side. Now, when you were coming up, first of all, how did you get into the hip hop thing? And then from that, how did you get into actually writing and then recording tracks and getting involved in actually making the music?
All right. Well, a lot of my family on my mum's side have always been like musos and played instruments and whatnot. So I was always just surrounded by that and always interested in music. And I was never sure which instrument I was going to pick up, and it ended up just being a pen. And yeah, like, I don't know. The first time I heard hip hop were more my friends' older brothers, because, we were quite young, and like the first things that stick out to me were probably like Insane in the Membrane, Cypress Hill. It made sense why their room was all smoky and shit,
It's from the bong.
And then as I got into high school, that's when, I'd go home and start trying to write my scrapbook, but it was real like Cat in the Hat kind of whack shit. And wasn't actually till I got a bit older. Well, I always thought that you needed to have fucking mad coin to be able to record a song and shit, You see it in the movies, like, oh, we got to save up for studio time. And then I met some G's like Cortex and Misk and stuff that showed me that, you don't need bloody 50 grand. You can get the equipment and obviously, yeah. And so once I realised that, and we made that first track together, I was just hooked, And yeah, now that was about a decade ago, and we're doing it as a job with the boys and traveling the country. It's fucking pretty spun out.
So how did you guys all, link up, and then how did that form into the Psych Ward?
Well, we started Perth very small. Like, if you're a hip hop fan and you're going to shows, you're probably going to get to know almost everyone that's a regular supporter. And yeah, I remember bumping into Misk maybe in like 2009. He was part of a duo called Diverse City. They ended up calling themselves Aftershock. And they were mates with the dude Intellect that I kind of knew. And it was originally them three in the Psych Ward with Sever and Defect, who were brothers, and then Complete as well, obviously. And yeah, then a few things changed. And a couple of years later, when I started finally doing shows and shit, they pulled me aside at a show and dropped me in the crew. And yeah, other than myself, it's only Cogs to ever get dropped in it. So it was a bit of an honour. And I like the fact that it is a small, solid crew instead of just dropping whoever's popping or, because you call crew, you want it to feel like a brother, you know. You don't want it just because they're talented, you know. Like, but we're just lucky that the 6 of us are talented as fuck as well, you know.
Well, that's the illest crew.
Yeah, psych ward cunt.
And then, so exactly who's in psych ward?
So it's Complete, Sever, Defect, Misk, myself, and Cogs.
And then, were you in the crew, like one of the first dudes in the crew, or?
No, I got dropped in early 2012. So they formed in, I think, 09. And they released a mixtape called Daddy's Cold Fingers, which I'm not on. Probably a good thing. But, you know, when you get a bunch of like-minded weirdos, and people don't realise how young they were too. Like, Complete was 16 already, just shredding the mic. And, you know, now fast forward and he's just doing it on a whole nother level. And, yeah, like a couple people, you know, either moved away or might have got the flick from the crew. But, yeah, got an upgrade here. And then obviously Cogs, he got dropped in like 2014. He's just been slaying shit. That's undeniable. So, yeah, I'm happy to be part of TPW. And it's not just music for us. This shit's like keeping us together mentally, you know. Even on the road, we're all going through some tough shit. But, you know, music, it's corny, but without music, we would be pretty fucking lost, you know.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
yeah, very, very lucky to have something to be. It's an outlet for all of us, but yeah, it's just also brought us together. You meet people that are just not exactly like you, but
like-minded.
Yeah, very similar, and yeah, that's kind of a bonus, you know. Yeah, it's awesome.
And then, so why the psych ward? And I'm guessing. And then, so that's Complete that originally came up with that crew name.
Yeah. So Sheldon got hospitalized when he was quite young. He was experimenting at that, 14, 15, and it put him in a bit of a psychosis. And then it was not long after he coped. He started writing, and he was actually insane. Like he's been doing stuff since he was probably like 10 years old, like writing. But I think that's when he realized that was what was going to keep him alive. Because I don't want to speak too much on his behalf, but I know after he had a few that's when he got diagnosed with panic disorder and started having panic attacks a lot more regularly. And that's when he found himself quite homebound, and, the best he can do in that is just write, and then he ended up meeting Defect, because Defect's another weirdo, and then Sever's his older brother, and then, one by one we all met. It wasn't just music, it was because we're like, fuck, this guy's fucking a bit tapped as well, Let's get him on Bloodstained Nikes or, whatever other weird songs we're getting put together back then.
The lesson. Oh, yeah.